Monsters, mayhem, and a head-to-head battle. King of Tokyo Duel cranks up the chaos.
But is this two-player tug-of-war style game going to leave you ruling on high, or as crumpled as a city ruins at your feet?
Stick around to find out.
Welcome to From Board to Board, where we're going to help you find the games that deserve a spot in your collection. I'm Darren.
I'm Pete, and today we're diving into King of Tokyo Duel, a dedicated two-player twist on a very popular King of Tokyo games line. But with so many iterations already out there, is there room for another?
Well, we're going to break down how it plays and what makes it different from the original, and ultimately whether this game can step out of their monster shadow and stand on their own 2 feet.
Now, this may be a bold claim, and I'm probably jumping the gun here, Darren, but I think, yeah.
Well then, there's no point doing this.
Okay, then. Yeah, great.
See ya. Here's the breakdown. King of Tokyo Duel is a 2-player, head-to-head version of the original King of Tokyo, designed specifically to capture the chaos and the fun of the original, but streamlined for a tighter and more tactical duel.
Just like the original, your giant monsters battling for dominance over Tokyo. You're going to roll dice, attack your opponent, gain energy to power up abilities, and try and outlast the other player. There are 3 different ways to win. Firstly, like the original, you can attack your opponent to reduce their health to 0. Secondly, you can charge ahead and get either the fame or destruction marker all the way to the end. And finally, you can take the more sneaky and skilled approach and get both the fame and destruction markers into the spotlight zone.
The question is, do you go out all out offensive or play things a little more defensively? But whichever route you take, be prepared to abandon it, because I can guarantee you it's the wrong one.
Yeah. As with the original, they've kept the energy collection, which you can use to buy power cards. These cards can have a dramatic impact on the game, some giving you powerful combos, others changing the board state to shorten or lengthen the routes that you're going to take. Really powerful push and look cards, which will have a big payoff if you can roll well.
Which, last time we played, Pete didn't, and I instantly won, and that was a glorious moment.
I bet it was, yes, yeah. And I live. No, I don't. I die.
And to top it off, there's 6 different monsters, each having a different special ability. For me, it is a nice feature to mix the play up, but it also can cause a little bit of imbalance. So we like to at least randomly select the monsters to keep things fresh.
Good shout. Now, how do you actually play? You roll these chunky 6 dice. The different symbols determine what happens. You attack your opponent, you gain health, move the fame token or the destruction token, trigger special abilities, or gain more energy.
And at the end of your go, you can either collect another energy to build up your resources, or spend the resources that you've already collected. And that's basically it. Really quick and very strategic.
The tension is always high with this game, due to its alternate actions and multiple win conditions. You can go from feeling safe and in control to losing out of nowhere, which keeps the games exciting and engaging.
Yeah, it does. The randomness of the dice can completely ruin your game. Need to roll 2 attack to take your opponent out? Guaranteed you get none of them, and instead you get even more energy, only then to be destroyed the next round.
It's
brutal.
going. Yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal. So, for theme, 3, 2, 1. Oh, well, I like the theme. It's colourful and the artwork is excellent. I mean, just look at these power cards. The game, compared to its bigger brothers, has taken some of the same artwork, but with a slightly more comic book kind of style. Yeah. And I think that works really well. I mean, the theme really works for me, and it really helps to pull me in and make me feel genuinely immersed in the play.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't disagree with anything you said there, Darren. For me, the other thing that's giving it a go okay instead of a good is, to be honest, the board size. For me, there's nothing on the board that says Tokyo. For me, not even written or sort of like landmarks that you'd associate with it. And I feel, although the board may be bigger in the sort of base game or the original, that's just a placeholder for your monsters. So with this one actually playing on the board, for me, I'd have just liked a little bit more something on there. But everything else, completely agree with.
Fair.
Mechanics. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, both good.
Both good. So for me, the mechanics on this game, I love them. I think it's a bit of a chef's kiss. Although my dice rolling, as I've discussed previously, is not the best, and I will never get what I want. there is always something that you can do. So whether it's moving up and down the tracks, you're getting energy for cards, dealing damage, it's just brilliant. It works all the time. You can get to your smash zones, you can get to the very end. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the same. I quite like the mechanics in this, but it really does depend. Your enjoyment really depends on if you like dice rolling or not. If you don't, then this definitely isn't the game for you.
Yeah.
It's really luck based, and the only really opportunity to really control that luck is with the 3 dice re-rolls that you can get.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is quite luck based. For me, it's the randomness though that makes it really work.
Yeah.
The game's way too short to develop any long-term strategies. You've got to constantly pivot, and that's kind of what it's all about for me. The luck element forces you to constantly adapt and change your kind of game plan.
Totally.
And you've got to constantly switch between each of the different winning conditions, because if you focus on one, it's just not going to work. It's too fast of a game for that.
Yeah, your opponent's just going to come in and just take it away from you.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I really like the mechanics for this.
Spot on.
So, components.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a lot of complaints in this area. I mean, the health tokens are the little dials, which you've got in games like Unmatched, and I always prefer them rather than perhaps switching a dice round to what your health is. The dice themselves are really chunky, and that makes them really satisfying to roll over and over again. They're so big and chunky, it's great. And honestly, for the price of the game, the components are actually quite excellent. However, my only downside is the energy cubes. The green translucent cubes, they're just a bit small and fiddly.
Yeah.
And that's probably my only real niggle when it comes to the components. They're good quality. I thought they could be somewhat bigger and better.
Bigger and better. As you can see, I thought it was good. Similar things, big chunky dice. The cards are good quality, good card stock. Your monster boards that you've got, they're actually cardboard rather than sort of like the thin sort of, card that you can make them off. The board's good quality. It's printed. It's nice and foldable. You're going to get loads of use out of it. The dice, as you mentioned, chunky. They're going to take a lot of punishment and hammer and great thing. So I think it's just across the board. I say it's a small niggle with the energy cubes as well. A little bit. Could have done with being a bit larger, but apart from that, spot on for me.
It definitely doesn't ruin the game for me.
No.
But it is just a minor thing.
Kind of thing. Okay, so replayability. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's the same. Okay.
Surprising.
Yep. Well, for me, I could probably play this game all day long for a lot of the time. The different ways of winning are great. There's different strategies that will hold, but ultimately, what's going to keep you coming back to it is the monster abilities, and there are only 6 monsters, and I feel that after a while, those are going to just become a bit repetitive for it. So if there's an expansion or you're able to get extra monsters, port them in or something like that, I think that would put me through good. The randomness of the dice, the other mechanics that we've already talked about, the win conditions, for example, that all makes it really replayable and fun for me. But if you're doing it a lot of times, I think the monsters are going to just hinder it a little bit.
I cannot disagree with that. I think my biggest criticism with this game is the fact there's only 6 monsters. There just isn't enough variety from game to game. And also some of those monsters are a bit imbalanced. And I think that can kind of cause it to not quite play out as good as it perhaps should do. I mean, the randomness of the dice, that for me is a big selling point in this. And I get it with some dice games, they can be a bit boring and repetitive.
Yeah.
But how they've built the dice into this, that mechanic into this, means actually the dice are really exciting and they're always going to make the game different each time you play.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So that really works for me. And then on top of that, you've got these 50 energy cards, which again mix the game up. You don't know what's coming up. Are you going to save and afford them? And it can completely change the game. And you've got that tug of war kind of element.
Yeah.
So because of the different win conditions, I think the replayability is really high for me.
Yeah.
But it's those 6 monsters.
It is.
I think, like you said, there just needs to be some more. An expansion. Give me another 4 monsters with some different abilities. And I think this is a massive thumbs up at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. The teach. 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. A bit of difference. I find this just really clear. The rule book's short. The it's really kind of intuitive as what you're wanting to do. Although there's the, and I know I'll keep banging on about it all the time, the 3 win conditions for it. It's really simple to just go through it, kill your opponent, get one of your markers to the very end, or get both of them into those zones. That's it. Roll your dice and move your markers, deal damage, get your energy, buy cards. That's pretty much it. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For it, and you could teach anybody who's played King of Tokyo in probably shorter, or somebody brand new in about 5-10 minutes. It's really clear.
I mean, yeah, the teacher's super simple, and I don't teach games. I genuinely think that's the worst part of the hobby, in my opinion. Teaching the games is hell for me. But I actually taught this one to you within 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I would be really proud of myself if it wasn't for the fact the game itself is super easy and the rule book is really well laid out. And I basically just had to read the rule book. So otherwise, I'd be proud of what I've done. I just can't take the credit for it. So there is a niggle.
Ooh, go on. What?
As easy as it is to teach, the very first time I played this, there was icons that I just could not find.
Okay.
And there's some icons in the game, and I was looking through the rule book, which is so small, thinking, where are these? And then I was on the internet trying to find them, and it turns out they're around the edge of the box.
Okay.
And I like, why? I mean, fine, put them around the edge of the box, not a problem. But just stick them in the rule book as a reference at the back. I was there flicking through it. There's like 3 pages to the rule book. I'm like, where are they? Couldn't find them. And yeah, I just looked across in the end, and they were on the box, and I felt like an idiot for it. Well, but yeah, just stick them in the box. Just stick them in the rule book. Sorry, just stick them in.
You can tell you hadn't taught many games before, can't you?
Yeah, you can. But that's why I don't think it's good. It's just okay.
And that's why it's my job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fair dues.
So for me, my biggest pro is probably 2.
Okay.
1, the game is just beautiful.
Uh-huh.
It is just stunning. I love the artwork, and I know you have an issue with the map itself, but I genuinely love the artwork, especially with that slightly comic booky kind of feel.
Yeah.
It's right up my street, to be fair. And I really love the investment in the game. It moves so quick, you can't help but get caught up in it, get really invested in it, and just have a really good time. So I think for me, the balance of the mechanics is what makes it really good for me.
Yeah, I'm spot on. There's almost the same with that. The thing for me that keeps it exciting is, I say, the dice rolling for it, and I originally played the base King of Tokyo 2-player, and I found that quite dull, to be honest.
Okay.
Just because you're rolling dice to do damage to those in Tokyo. They decide to stay in or not. They stay in. They roll dice damage to you. You then get to choose whether you're going to heal or do damage. It just wasn't very exciting. But with the addition of the other win conditions, it's just so exciting. And the dice roll, it all hinges on that, and it just adds that extra element of tension that was missing. And
yeah,
you've got that. So that's my biggest pro for it as well.
I think from a con, my biggest con is the 6 monsters. Just give me more monsters. The ones that are in there are good. There's a slight imbalance, but you can kind of fix that by picking them randomly, and it gives that a bit of variety. But ultimately, I just want more monsters. Give me more monsters.
I think we're on the exact same page. That's my con for it as well. I know I mentioned the board and things like that, but the overall, the biggest con for me is level of monsters. Even if you randomize it, you're still going to be facing either a monster that you've played or one that you've played previously really quite quickly.
So we're at that point in the video where we need to give King of Tokyo Duel our final verdict. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I think I know what you're going to pick though.
Yeah, I'm not sure about you.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what you're going to go for.
Let's find out.
You ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Same.
I'm really surprised.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think you would put it down as a masterpiece.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed the game. I really liked it. I mean, the caveat being that it's a 2-player game. If it was a higher player count, I probably wouldn't have put it as that. But in this 2-player category, I think it's a masterpiece. It works really well. Ticks all the boxes for me. And it's a game that I'd be excited to play again. And it's something I can see playing with my wife and kids a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I like 2-player games anyway. I like a duel game. I've got a lot of them. If one comes out, I'm on it.
Yeah.
So I was a bit unsure about this one first. I only brought it because it was Duel. I don't actually like King of Tokyo.
No.
But they've just done this so well.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I like dice. I like take that. I like the tug of war element. I like pushing my luck. I like the artwork. There's nothing that I really don't like apart from the number of monsters and stuff. But they're so minor. I really get invested when I play this.
Yeah. Compared to, as you say, they're just tiny niggles compared to the whole game for it. And I think, I'm spot on. I love push your luck, although I always go too far. And dice rolling and everything. So, for me, it was just everything comes together and it works. And as I said, chef kiss.
Yeah, and I think I don't like King of Tokyo because it is multiplayer.
I can see that.
It's the fact that this is Duel and it's just you and someone else going at it that makes it work for me. There's no downtime, there's no nothing, and that just really sings to me. So for me, absolute masterpiece.
Me too. So that's King of Tokyo Duel, a streamlined 2-player twist on the classic that keeps the dice a rolling and the monsters a brawling. If you love the original but want something faster, tighter, built for 2, this could be a real knockout. Yeah,
and we'd love to hear what you think. If you played King of Tokyo Duel, did it deliver the monster mayhem that you were looking for? If it did, or even if it didn't, drop it in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed what you saw, please give us a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss our next review. Until then, next time, bye.
Bye.